So I hear you have a new hobby.
I do. Hang on 1 second.
Okay. Welcome into the show, where we're not ready to do stuff.
Hey, I didn't know we were starting right now.
You have a new hobby.
Well, I don't have a hobby yet.
You might.
I was watching White Lotus.
Yeah,
Season
where
1.
the hell did this come from?
It was White Lotus season 1.
Good show.
Yeah, you know, Lisa and I travel a lot. And when we go traveling places, we're not really people who are going to go like
Adventuring.
sightsee for like 4 days at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We want to do things throughout the city. When we're at the beach, we want to just like hang out at the beach and hang out at the pool. Go out to eat, shop a little. We have no desire to, like, we're not the guys who are going to spend like literally 10 hours sightseeing. So then I thought, I was watching White Lotus and the dad and son were scuba diving. And I was like, oh, like that looks pretty cool. Plus, we like going on boats. We like renting boats out. I look at Lisa. I go, hey, Lisa, you want to scuba dive with me? She's like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
I thought she was going to do it.
Oh, no, for sure I knew she wasn't because
Okay.
she gets scared about that kind of stuff. So then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll have Mo and Mikey. I'll ask them. And then I
scared.
texted you both. You guys like, no. I was like, oh. So I thought to myself, this would be fun because it'd allow us to run a boat together.
water and-
But she's actually worried about it for me.
That stuff. So I have a friend, Joe. He does scuba, and every trip he goes on where there's water, he does it in some.
Do you
capacity.
scuba?
Yeah. So I've only heard. I've never really looked into it ever. I've only
Guys,
heard
I'm
the horror
not
stories
going to like.
where you're gonna-
Who
where we're gonna-
have you heard horror stories from?
Everybody. They say you go too deep and your lungs get crushed
Everybody.
because you come up too fast.
Everybody.
My everybody is probably 2 or 3 people. So yeah, everybody.
So Joe says what?
I never asked Joe about it. I just know Joe does it. But everybody that I have talked to about it has said it to me.
I call bullshit.
You submerge yourself.
I'm not trying
and
to
then
go
you
out
come
200
up.
feet into the ocean.
You never know.
What do you mean I never know? I actually do
What
know.
if something catches you and pulls you down?
What's catching me and pulling me down?
An orca whale? I don't
An
know.
orca whale.
Never know.
Huh. An orca whale.
Going to worst case scenario here.
Cool. Why are you getting your car today? What if your car breaks down or you crash or
Drives
something like
itself.
that? So anyhow, I'm getting certified here in Cleveland.
So there is
July.
a place where is it like a swimming pool you go practice or something?
Yeah. I won't tell you where because of,
Yeah.
you know, the fans.
Right.
Although nobody wants to ever meet me. They're like, oh, there's Paul. Let me not say hi because I'm going to rip my head off. Which is not true. Please come say hi. I'm very insecure. The only time I was ever upset was the one time we were at the airport last and the guy saw you. And I'm like, hey, hello. I'm here. Don't you want to say hi to me too? The guy didn't even say hi to me. He was like so fixated on you. I'm like, all right.
God.
So the whole scuba thing,
Yeah.
you take a intro
Course.
class.
Right.
You go over like packets.
Basics.
Then you go in the pools. The pools are like 4 or 5 days, and then you have a written test.
Wow, it's like extensive.
Then you go in the lake too. Like there's a lake they go take you to, not Lake Erie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like another lake. The guy said to me, "Listen, if you can do these lakes in Ohio, they're cold, they're murky, that kind of stuff. You can do." He's like,
You can do the
the
tropics.
Caribbean is like you don't wear a bodysuit. Like here, you have to wear a bodysuit and all that
Right,
stuff. I'm
right.
like, oh, I actually want to wear a bodysuit even in the Caribbean.
Wow. Have you looked into it? Like, so where's your first place going to be where you go? Like,
Well,
how long
I'm going to
does it take get
Aruba in
certified?
November. Oh, a month.
Okay. So so when do you start?
July, right when I come back from my overseas trip in July.
Okay, so you should be ready by mid-August, end of August.
End of July.
That's all it takes?
Yeah.
Oh, you get back in the beginning of July?
I get back July 7th for my trip.
Oh, okay. I thought you get back the 15th. Okay. Wow.
You thought I was going for 2 weeks?
I thought you were going from like the 7th to the 15th.
Oh, no. I'm going to be there for my birthday.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm going to get the class done. And I told the guy, I'm like, before I go to Aruba, I want to do a lot more. I don't want to just like, because he said to me, he's like, you can get certified down there. I'm like, no, I always want to get certified up here. He's like, that's the smarter choice.
Yeah.
He goes, you'll spend 2 or 3 days trying to get certified down
Right,
there. I'm
right.
like, we're going on a family trip.
Yeah.
I want to make sure, I want to like rent a nice boat. That
Right.
way everybody can have fun. We can rent a nice boat. I can go scuba with some,
Zach doesn't want to do it or something?
I didn't ask them.
Oh, okay.
I should throw it out there. Let me throw it out to the group.
I mean, I was thinking you'd have somebody to scuba with.
Well,
You know, it's
Yeah,
funny.
I'll
We were
talk
talking
later.
about at lunch today about things on the water, like yachts and stuff.
Yeah.
And 2 things that I've never had a desire to do is own a boat. I don't even being on boats. It's fun, but I'm good.
I like
after-
being on boats.
I'm good after like an hour or 2. So yachts never really had the itch, and then motorcycles.
So you don't want to. So if we rent a yacht someday, you don't want to do that.
No, I would do it, but it's not something that I'm like. I really want to do this. You know what I mean?
So the reason
And motorcycles,
What's
not for me.
I'm gonna get a Vespa.
Yeah. Baby blue Vespa. I love it.
Also from White Lotus, but season 2. So
I haven't watched that one.
White Lotus is having a very impactful.
It is. Shaping you.
I told Lisa, I'm like, Lisa, how cute would it be if we had matching Vespas? She goes, yeah, we can go into Sugar and Falls on our little Vespas because the house is only 2 miles
really
away.
Close. Should do it.
Yeah, they're not expensive either.
No, nothing.
They're like $6,000 to $9,000.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I thought with scuba, it allows us to do something as a group, but also individually.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Lisa was joking. She's like, I'm going to hold the air line. She's talking about it's like 1924. I'm like, what is it, 1924 with these going down? But yeah. So, but I only want to go with I'm me, I'm a wuss. Mm-hmm. I'm not a risk taker. Like, I'm not going to be the guy who goes like, oh, look, there's a cave 30 feet deep, like 100 feet deep. Let's go. I'd be like, yeah, that's a pass.
That's what I think of when I think scuba.
Well, I'm not like that.
So you just want to see the fish and the corals?
Yeah, I just want to swim, see the fish.
Have to snorkel?
Yeah. I just want to be able to stay down there. Because I do, I just think it's scarier above the water than below the water. When we were snorkeling in Turks, every time I put my head above the water, I was more scared seeing the vast, seeing the horizon. Yeah, how much there is.
Yeah.
When the second you go below the water, you're like, oh, it's just like right there.
Right.
I think it's a lot more intimidating when you're above the water.
I thought about it that way.
I never thought about it either until I was like, holy shit. Yeah. Like, in Mexico when we went snorkeling, that's a very confined bay and it's very calm. Like we're not, but in Turks, it was like big waves. We were like in like 3 or 4 foot, 5 foot waves. And it was like,
wow.
Yeah. And it was open ocean, you know what I mean? Not open, but it was
yeah, it's pretty open.
So that's my plan. I'm going to become a scuba enthusiast. So I was also looking for a watch. I'm like, well, I have watches that'll probably suffice.
You have a lot of diving watches.
I don't want to wear those.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear those either. Yeah, I've never even jumped in the water with one of these on.
Yeah, I don't really wear my watch in the water.
Because I don't want to clean it. That's the problem.
You have to clean it?
Yeah, they get like scummy.
Seriously?
Yeah. Like my dad, he wears his watch in the shower. My dad keeps his watch on 24/7, 365, doesn't take it off. And there's like soap scum on it, and I'm like, this is disgusting.
I can't believe your dad wears it in the shower.
I can.
You can?
It's foreign. This is definitely a foreign thing.
Does he wear socks and sandals in the shower too?
No, but he wears socks. No, he does not wear socks, period, ever.
Really?
He never wears. The only time he wears socks is if he wears dress shoes, and he doesn't wear dress shoes anymore because he's retired. He never wears socks, ever.
How much to take a shower with socks on? That'd be so uncomfortable.
I'll do it right now. I feel like I've done that before.
So you're not going to be in for scuba?
I don't think so. Nah.
Be one with the ocean, Mo. Be one with the ocean.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Speaking of hobbies, my golf game's turning it up.
That's what I saw in the group chat yesterday with you and Mikey, and Mikey was saying like how you should be so much better, and you just have to put a little effort into it.
I do need to put a little effort in. But now the thing about it is, I'm really starting to enjoy the game of golf as far as like how to play, what shots you hit, the strategy of the game. And now that I'm putting that into play, it's like, oh, okay, now I'm getting to my skill level is getting to where I can kind of do some things. So now I'm like, okay, now I get it. Now I get what I'm.
So it's becoming more enjoyable.
It's becoming more enjoyable. Of course, when I have a bad round, I want to off myself. But like Friday, I was not a happy camper.
Yeah, at least you beat Darnell.
But I knew exactly.
If you had texted me and said you lost him again, I was going to hate you forever.
Yeah. The good thing is, every time I do something, hit a bad shot, I know exactly what I did because I could feel it. And for me, it's just a lot of head movement. So that's what I got to work on, keeping my head still. Because once the head goes, everything goes. It's just bad.
I mean, you can't have perfectly still head. If you watch the golfers up and down, big time up and down difference.
Mine's right to left.
Yeah,
mine's right to left. Because mine is, I take this back shoulder and the shoulder starts to dive. And that means the head starts to move. If I keep this stable, then everything else is fine. It's just, for some reason.
Do what Jack Nicklaus's coach did. He literally grabbed his head like this.
That's what Jason does to me.
He grabs your hair?
He just takes his hand and just goes like this to me.
My understanding was Jack Nicklaus's coach would grab his hair and just hold it right there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much what he does. And it works. You get the feel down, and then you're like, okay, I can do this.
Scuba.
The Stewart golf thing that you purchased on the show?
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I don't know if you guys remember in the last episode, I bought my brother a Stewart golf
it's like a
caddy that follows. And that video he sent was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, there's another guy at the club that has one, and now Mikey has one. I'm like, this thing's pretty sweet. I think I would do that. So maybe I'll get one maybe next year. I don't want to walk this year.
Really?
I
got to log my Cheetos now.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I had something to say
About golf or scuba?
about something else. Oh, so I've gotten into listening to a book.
Oh, that's right. You're listening to books on tape now, as they say.
Yeah, and the reason being is I'm in the car for like 30 to 34 minutes each way going to and from work, right? So my goal here, so I listened to a book last week, like a serious book, like a real serious, like psychological book about, the way the mind works. Well, I was like, this sucks so bad. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can listen to it.
What's it called?
A Liberated Mind.
I'll look it up.
And so then I downloaded a different book, Kenny Smith's book, Talk of Champions or whatever,
player.
the basketball player. And it's been super easy and awesome to listen to.
Yeah.
Now, I keep repeating, I am listening to the book. For those of you who said I read the book, I refuse to say I've read the book. I will say I've listened to the book. And and by the way, I feel like I've retained a lot more listening to the book, because the other thing is I liked about it, I was reading about, like, before I started getting into the reading of the listening to the books instead of reading them, I was Googling it, and it said it actually helps with negative thoughts, because when you're on long drives, I'm like, oh, they're right. On long drives, when I start to think about, like, things that really bother me and it gets me riled up, now I think about the book. It's a great way to, it's a great way to, like, get my thought process.
I never really thought about that.
Yeah, I didn't either. But you also live 7 minutes from the office.
It's true. I don't get a chance to have a negative thought. Next thing you know, I'm in the parking lot.
No, but you could do it in the shower.
I
had
really
a shower speaker at one time.
So I have a
But
question.
I
this
listen to stuff in the shower.
This is actually
That's
something.
a good idea.
It's framing your mind. That's what I love about it. Framing your mind for the day.
That's a good idea,
Shower.
Tim.
I don't know, poster board or something.
Why is nobody answering my text?
Literally, no, this is the baby shower. I need something in my shower that I can write things down, because I think of
You know what you do?
everything. Good
I'll tell you
in the shower.
exactly. They make packets for the phone. You put it in there, and it's waterproof, and you just type on the
I
phone.
need to do that then,
But
because
there's-
I
I'm
come
sure
up with
there's
stuff,
like a-
and by the time I get out, I forgot like the 3 things.
I'm sure there's probably like a waterproof dry erase board. You could.
That's
put
what
your-
I
No,
was
no,
thinking
do
that.
the phone. You can put the phone. I used to have this at Galloway. I put my phone in the freaking go to
Shower
Amazon. Go to Amazon.
Is your address gonna pop up here? Oh, so it's just one of these.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna get one of these, because I do, for some reason, I do my best thinking in the shower. I come up with all kinds of great ideas. There would be a cure for cancer if I had a whiteboard in my shower. But I forgot the idea, so I don't know.
Everybody loved the mayor talk last week.
They did. So tonight, 6 p.m., HOA, the vote. So I officially will be on the board tonight.
Oh, I thought you already were on the
No, I
board.
get the votes tonight.
So
But
tell them
here-
about the pool guy. That was funny.
So I'm installing a pool at my house and landscape and all this. And the guy calls me today. He's like, "Hey Mo," he's like, "I got the drawing. Everything's looking really great, but we got a slight issue." I'm like, "All right, what's up?" So he's like, "It's something to do with the easement of the backyard, this and that." He's like, "You're gonna have to go through the HOA board." I was like, "No problem. I'm on the board. Don't worry about it." And he's like, "Okay, now." We might have to go to the zoning commission. I'm like, don't worry, I'm on the board of that too. He's like, perfect. He was like, you're the easiest customer I've had.
So I'm usually very much against HOA and zoning and all boards, but it's so funny to see Mo on it, because he didn't do it because he wants to be a big shot. He did it just sort of like getting. He's like, do you ever hear about Clint Eastwood? He ran for mayor of Carmel, California, because he wanted something done and they refused. So he's like, I'm just going to become mayor and then let myself do it. It's some story like that.
Okay.
And so you feel like it feels like that now.
There's things that I wanted changed, and I'm just going to do it myself.
Are you ever going to get the wall built?
No.
Yeah, the wall ain't
going
gonna
to change the
happen.
bylaws. Because I read the laws and everything, and I texted the president, and I was like, yo, what do you think? He's like, yeah, I don't think so, Mo. I'm like, yeah, well, we'll see about that.
I wonder if you just gave everybody money. What if you said, like, I will fund? No, because that's just going to cost you too much.
I just want the gate. There was somebody that had the audacity to pull in my driveway the other day. Just drive right through, right under the little overhang, and pull that the other way. You kidding
You
me?
know, Warren Buffett has that at his house. He now has a pole in the middle of his driveway.
And now
So
I
you
want to
can't
pay
go
random
through it?
people.
And there's a gate in the back.
I just want to pay random people to go to it the most.
That's a good idea, Tim.
I shouldn't have said it. I should have wrote it down like Mo does in the shower. We not even tell people, just like random people, like, and have like them do it for a week, and then Mo would come.
So if somebody pulls through, I get an alert that from Ring that there's somebody at my front door and then side door because it just wraps that way. And I was like, front door came along. I'm like, I know I'm not expecting anybody. Side door pops along. I'm like, okay, who is this? I go and look at the camera. Some random person just driving through, like it's a turnaround. What the hell? These people are nuts.
So you were right yesterday about charging that Ring camera, the Ring things.
took
Oh my
forever.
Lord! I came in this morning. It was on.
Yeah,
it was done.
I got a battery-powered Ring camera. So they have like outdoor ones that are battery. That battery takes 6 to 8 hours to charge.
Yeah, but how long does it last?
Yes, it does.
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah,
How long does it
just-
last, though, Tim?
Do you know how long it lasts?
Mine lasts like maybe 2 months.
Do you have the
I have
two
the
batteries? Do you have the
wired
two
ones.
batteries or the one battery?
I have the one battery.
I have the two battery one in the gym.
Okay.
Oh, so it should last 4 or 5 months, hopefully.
I hope so.
It should.
This first time around only lasted like 6 weeks, but I didn't charge it nearly enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I got.
I charge it usually overnight.
The ones I have at home are all plugged in.
I have one plugged in and one not plugged in because I needed to
Oh,
put it in
scratch
a weird
that.
location.
Two are plugged in, one is not plugged in.
Okay, I needed to see Teddy because Teddy's new favorite place to sit is under one of the chairs at the kitchen table. So I built him a bed under there, and he loves it. But I needed to keep an eye on him just to make sure he's not. I don't know. Thinks I need to run home and save him. I'll do anything for that dog. It's amazing.
Guys, I want everybody to know that literally 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, Mo was considering, can I even be with Nicole anymore because of this dog?
I was considering like just breaking up with her.
Literally, this
Yeah.
was a conversation. He's like, Paul, I don't know how I can deal with this dog forever.
Yep.
And now it's like,
I'll do anything for him. now it's like he's the greatest thing ever. Back to the golf thing. So,
Yeah.
are you playing golf with your father this?
I
year?
refuse. So, what did Mikey say the other day to me?
So each year for the past 5 or 6 years? Was it?
March of 2018, I gave up golf on the TPC Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona, on 12 hole.
That's right.
I just sat there and looked at the caddy. I said, "Can I be negative for a second?" He goes, "Sure." I'm like, "I f***ing hate golf. I'm done." He was like, "Oh, you're done for the round?" I go, "No, this is my last. This is it. I'm done with golf." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm done."
Yeah.
So then a year later, my dad was, talking to my brother about golf. And anybody's listened to the channel's heard me say this story 1,000 times,
Yeah.
but I interrupted something about golf, and my dad goes, "Golfers only, please." I'm like, "I could beat you in golf just without playing." So we played every year, and I would smoke him, and so now he wants strokes. And he said it straight up, and now he wanted strokes, and then when he got strokes, so since we started playing, there's only one time he's beaten me straight up, where even with strokes, he still beat my score. So now I refuse until I get back to. Listen, I don't think it's fair. You can't talk shit and say, "I would beat you straight up," and then all of a sudden you get your butt handed to you and you say, "Oh, well, I want strokes now." And Mikey defended him.
The best thing is Dr. Gabriel plays 5 days a week.
No, he plays 7 days a week.
He told me 5.
He's lying.
Well,
There's no way he plays
I mean,
5
there
days a
are
week.
times that he'll play like 36 holes in a day. You got to be outside your mind.
Dad is obsessed with golf.
Yeah. So
He's taken like a lesson in his life too.
nothing is better than when the round's over, he shoots a terrible score and he just goes, "I need a lesson." I'm like, "1?" He's like, "Yeah, 1." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I've taken like thousands and thousands of dollars worth, and I'm still nowhere near where
We have a
I
golf
wanna be.
simulator in our building. We have a golf instructor with a golf simulator also in the building that we are invested in the business
Yeah,
for him just to
yeah.
get it up and running.
Right. God. Did you watch PGA Championship?
0. I'm kind
Really?
of bummed by that. Like, yeah, because, this weekend, what was going on? Well, Saturday was clean out closet day, which went very, very well.
That's awesome.
I love my closet now. Like, it's so much more organized. I got rid of clothes that I don't need. And I don't feel bad because they weren't, that's the thing, guys. I
you
don't
don't
buy.
wear it.
Yeah, I buy, like, nice accessories, like watch, belt, shoes, things like, but clothing, yeah, like I got that Peter Millar thing yesterday.
Oh,
that
how
was
is it?
expensive as, yeah, it's awesome, but it's expensive as shit. I'm like, I'm
That's
never,
something you're gonna wear
yeah, I hope so.
consistently.
But like if I have a shirt that's like 25 or 30 bucks, you're like, okay, big deal. Like all my Peter Millar shirts, I love,
Yeah, Peter Millar's great.
but they're expensive as shit.
They are. It's good quality stuff though, and you want to wear it.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of these Peter Millar pullovers. I wear them almost every day.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, I got this one in
This is Peter Millar.
Scottsdale when we went.
This is Peter Millar. I wish I had the logo though right there. What do I have on my back?
Yeah, it's on your back. I really like yours. It's on your neck.
Do you have yours in the neck?
No, it's here. This one's here. This is not from Scottsdale. This is from New York. When we went.
You went to Dallas?
New York. What's that?
I remember we went to Dallas. Remember this conversation? Nicole thought we went to Dallas. This is like, we went to Dallas.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, we didn't. And then Nicole's like, yeah, we did. And Lisa's like, see, I told you. I'm like, no, we did not. And then I called Nicole. She's like, oh, actually, come to think of it. Then she's like, I'm second guessing now. I'm like, we have not. We went to Dallas one time together.
For a day.
That's it.
Couple hours.
That's it.
Couple hours.
I was like, Lisa, we were not here with Nicole and Mo. She's like, yes, we were. We did this. I'm like, we were not.
That's why when
even Dan was like, no, that's New York City. We were in New York City.
Yes.
He's like, no, we weren't. I'm like, yes, we were.
Yeah. We went to that Italian restaurant.
That was Chicago.
No, we went to the one in New York because remember George Clooney always went there.
That's right.
Goes there, whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That was a fun trip.
Yeah, we saw that picture of all of us at the table.
Mm-hmm. That's right, in the basement.
Yeah, God, that was such a dark and dingy basement.
It was dark and dingy, but it was super good.
Yeah, it was
and
good.
I'm not usually impressed by Italian food, but yeah, Brooks Koepka. He did it. He's back, baby.
So I went to dinner on Saturday night with two friends from high school.
Yeah.
And Mark has been loving sports betting. And he's like, I hate Brooks Koepka, but I bet. And so then it popped up that he was in the lead. He's like, yes.
Yeah.
I was like, well, he's like, I win like $550 if he wins the PGA. So the next day, so then Lisa goes, hey, if you win, you got to give it. So he had a deal with his wife.
Yeah.
When he hits $500 in the account, he gives her the money. I go, how many times do you give him money? He's like, never. I was like, he goes, oh, this is a definite money loser for me. So then he wins $550. So I texted the next day. I said, congratulations, Mark, and congratulations, Marissa.
That's awesome.
Because she's going to get the money.
Yeah. What a phenomenal tournament that was.
How much did he win by?
He won by 2 strokes. Let me pull it up.
Isn't it amazing?
He had a 4-stroke lead going into the 2 holes left, I think.
Did he fuck up or did somebody else like hit some good shots?
Somebody else played well. I have never watched a golf tournament in its totality except for the Masters this year. That was the first time I ever did it.
Start to finish.
Start to finish. First time I ever did it, and I just absolutely loved it. Yeah, Koepka won by 2 strokes. Wow, Scotty Scheffler made a really strong push on the last day. He finished 5 under on that day.
I like Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah. They say that, like all the metrics that they do, that he's the best ball striker on tour.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's what they said.
Who's they?
The
people?
The guy, who's the announcer guy? Jim something?
Nance?
Jim Nance.
Is it Jim Nance?
I think so. He's like, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry, guys.
But Koepka, I think, has the most mental toughness at this point on tour.
He was struggling for a while there, but
Jason
you don't win 5 tournaments by being an idiot.
Jason made a strong
really
statement
good.
the other day. My golf coach, we played on Sunday. He goes, when Brooks is locked in, he's like, I've never seen somebody better than him except for Tiger Woods. He's up there with Tiger.
When Tiger Woods not locked in, he's the number one player.
Tiger's a freak.
Yeah.
There was a video on Instagram, probably YouTube, anywhere you can find it. It's Tiger talking to Scotty Scheffler about how he doesn't take divots. And Scotty's face, just watch Scotty's face. His mouth is hanging open. He's just like looking.
Wait, you don't take divots? Yeah, when I'm hitting it well, I don't take divots. He's like, don't take. He's like, nah, I don't take divots.
Yeah, he's like, when I'm flushing it, I don't take divots. And he's just like, you practice that? He's like,
yeah.
It's just like,
yeah. He said, I don't think he said he practiced. He's like, that's the way I hit it.
Yeah, just happens. It's just amazing. He's really something. So, does Andrew watch this podcast?
Say it anyhow.
So our friend Andrew,
my business partner.
Yeah, we all talk about when Paul does something good, I will say to him, good boy. Or when Nicole does something well, I say, good girl. And when somebody hears that, if somebody ever hears me in public say good girl to her, it's just going to be like, whatever. But Andrew hates when we say good boy to him.
Darnell and Andrew, literally,
it triggers them.
Oh, it's so triggered.
Yeah. So we have these things in the office when you do something good, somebody can nominate you for a pin.
Nick nominated me for a pin for vulnerability, which makes no sense whatsoever. But I appreciate the pin nomination anyhow.
So I came up with this idea to create a pin, one single pin. There's creativity, vulnerability, dependability.
Accountability, dependability, and creativity. Or you already said that.
And then we have one that says good boy. So we have that being made for Andrew. our HR rep, Carol, she walked down to me the other day and she goes, "Here, this is a creativity pin." But it didn't say like what it was for. She's like, "I don't know what this is for."
Wait, they're supposed to write it for you.
Yeah, but she was like, Mikey nominated me for it. And she said, "Just give this to Mo." And she goes, "I don't know what this is for, and I don't think I want to know what this is for." So I can't wait to give Andrew the pin.
Nick wrote a nice little thing. Thanks for letting me. I think that's more dependability, if anything.
So you got your title. Nick's been going through this saga where he moved to Ohio, bought a truck in Vegas, rolled his truck.
He didn't roll the truck.
You didn't roll the truck? I thought you rolled the truck. No, you just hit
no,
a tree.
he just hit tree
just
and
hit a tree.
Totaled the car. But there was an issue with the title, so he was waiting for the title from Vegas. He had to get caught. This has literally been 5 months. When was it, January?
It's been insane.
So 4 months,
Yeah.
a little over 4 months, and he finally got the title yesterday?
Yeah.
It was January 26th.
January 26th.
Oh, so almost exactly 4 months.
Wow. This is incredible. But you got your...
January 26th, RIP Kobe. I think that was January 26th, wasn't it?
I don't know, but I remember
2 years to the
we
day.
got back from Mexico and I bought a pair of Kobe's shoes that morning.
Did you really?
Yes. And then I texted you,
Yeah, Kobe's
dead. And I'm just like, I remember I was sitting in my old house in the little study, and yeah, it was amazing. That was a
Oh,
shocker.
we're supposed to also bring up the webinar.
Oh, go for it.
Well, you should talk about it.
Okay. So we're doing a webinar on, what's the date?
May 31st at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
May 31st, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So a week
Free
from
sign
today.
up. Free sign up below.
Yep, free sign up. Click the link below. It's going to be on trading. So I'm going to go over charts, how you guys can make money in charts. And the great thing about it is this is something that you can use for the rest of your life. I'm not saying that you're going to go out there and make 50% in a year. No, this is something that keeps you active, keeps you from doing other dumb things when it comes to value investing. Just keeps you active, keeps you making consistent returns over long periods of time, and it's a lot of fun. So May 31st, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Sign up in the link below. You guys will like it.
That's good.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
All right, guys.
You guys have a great day.
Bye.
See ya.